I want to talk today about the problem of let. L-E-T, let. I've often thought about that verse in John 14, verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. Well, it says, let not your heart be troubled. There are many things that could have bothered the disciples in those days. And then Jesus talking about him going away. And then Jesus talking about the coming problems of the end times. But he said, let not your heart be troubled. So there's the choice that you and I have. Let not your heart be troubled. And going through problems, I'm not particularly going through any hard problem right now, but my husband and I have gone through things, and I wish, looking back, that I thought about this more. Let not my heart be troubled. Let my heart live in peace. Let your heart live in peace and go toward peace. So there's a choice that you have. Let not your heart be troubled. But there's other verses about let. Let's go Psalm 118, verse 24. Psalm 119 is really long. Psalm 118, verse 24. This is the day which the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. So there is a choice of let us worship. Let us be glad. Now, I remember a book that we have somewhere in the library, a book I've never read, but the title's always bothered me. It bothered me for years. It said, happiness is a choice. And just looking at the title, I would think, I don't want to read that book. That's ridiculous. Happiness is choice. Happiness happens when good things happen around you and they come your way. No, yes, and no. Happiness is still a choice. We will rejoice. We will choose to rejoice today. I know a particular family that has major medical issues with their 5-year-old, and to say this to them, rejoice today and be glad. Of course, not that their child, how could they be happy that their child is having troubles, but to rejoice in the Lord especially, and somehow thank God for the troubles that they're facing and turn to God. So it's still, happiness is a choice, but joy, deep down joy, is something that God gives you. 150, verse 6 in Psalms says, let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Let everything that hath breath. Now, thinking about Job. Oh, Job's wife said, just curse God and die. That was the wrong solution. Job had gone through losing not only all his sheep and camels and what says here, he lost 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 1,000 oxen, 500 donkeys, and 10 of his children, like in death, like within probably a week. And Job's wife said, just curse God and die. And here it says about Job that, oh no, I can't find it, but he said, shall we accept good from the hand of God and not evil? Oh, here it is. He said to his wife, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speakest. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Now this is an extreme story, but it's in the scriptures for an example. Let us worship the Lord. So let's go to Philippians 4, verse 5. All about letting, choosing the words that you will say today. Will they be cruel words or will they be kind words? Will you be snappy? And if you are, will you apologize? Philippians 4, verse 5. Well, verse 4 says, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say, rejoice. Choosing to rejoice. Verse 5 says, let your moderation be known unto all men. That would be, I won't talk about that one. 1 John 3, verse 18. 1 John. Now this is the guy that was on the Isle of Patmos. He was a prisoner there. I don't know how long. 3 verse 18, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed or truth. So you can tell somebody that you love them. It can mean nothing because you're not acting like you love them in actions and in truth. So loving one another brings actions. So let us love in deed and in truth, loving others. And 1 John 4, verse 7, beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. Everyone that loveth is born of God and knows God. Let us love one another. So even when you're born again, have the Acts 2:38 experience, and there's many let us do this, let us do that verses. Let us encourage one another as the day approaches. There's a walking. Let us walk in the Spirit and not in the flesh. So that's the problem of let. And that's the problem of today, tomorrow, till we die. The choosing, shall I live today in my carnal flesh or according to walking in the Spirit?